You will think going home after moving abroad will feel comforting. Like everywhere is familiar, everything just goes back to normal. You will just step back into your old life, eat your old native food, meet your people at home, and everything will feel exactly the same how it used to be. But sometimes it doesn't. Still on my series on the realities of moving abroad, this is one of the things that no one really prepares you for. If you've ever moved abroad and visited home, you might understand this feeling. When you visit home, sometimes things feel a bit strange. It feels a bit unfamiliar, even though that is a place you've once called home. And that's one of the things that nobody really prepares you for. If you're abroad and you've not visited home yet, this is one of the things that you might not expect when you finally visit home. Number one, you might feel like a visitor in your own home. One of the first things you might notice is that you don't really feel at home. Everything looks the same, the house, the streets, the environment. But within you, you know that something is different. Your routine isn't there anymore. Your daily life has changed. Even where used to be your personal space might have changed. It is still home, but it doesn't feel like your everyday life anymore. Number two, people expect you to still be the same. Friends and family might still want to interact with you like they used to. They might see you as the person you were before you left home. They share the same joke they used to share. They relate with you the way they used to, expecting the same reaction they used to get. But the hard reality is you have changed. Moving abroad changes your perspective, it changes your mindset, it changes you in a way you might not be able to explain. One of the reasons is that you've experienced some things that those people at home might not have experienced firsthand. Not in a bad way, but in a noticeable way. You just realize that you've grown past some things and it causes a bit of disconnect, which you cannot really explain. Number three, you start noticing the differences that you did not notice before. Things that used to feel completely normal might now stand out to you. And these things could be how people communicate, it could be how things are done, even small habits. And you don't mean to compare, your mind just does it naturally. And that's when the reality hits you that you have adapted to a new life. Number four, there's this pressure to see everyone, especially if you're a people's person before you left. You want to see friends, you want to see families, church members, old school friends. There's a lot of people to visit in a very short time, and that puts pressure on you. So instead of fully relaxing, you might realize that you are everywhere at every time. You're trying to fit everybody in, trying to see everyone in a short time. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the reverse culture shock. When people go to a new place, they tell you about the culture shock that they've experienced. But now, reverse is the case. Things might feel louder, slower, faster, more intense, or just different. And you keep wondering, there was a time this felt normal to you. The next reality is that you realize that you now have two lives. You have the life abroad and the life back home. Neither one of these lives fully contain each other. When you are abroad, you start missing home. When you are home, you might even start missing abroad. Then you realize that you don't just belong to one place anymore. And the last reality of going home again after relocating abroad I would like to talk about is that leaving home again feels harder than expected. And this part can be really emotional. When you're packing your loads, you're about to go again, you don't know when next you'll be back home. It can feel heavier. You're leaving your family, you're home again. And this time around, you understand more deeply what you're leaving behind. It's like saying goodbye all over again, but with more awareness. Visiting home after moving abroad is something to look forward to, but it also comes with emotions that are hard to explain unless you experience them. It reminds you that you have changed, your life have changed, and things won't feel exactly as they were. It is not necessarily a bad thing, it just means you've grown. And even though it might feel strange sometimes, it shows how far you've come and how much your world have expanded. If you have visited home recently, I would like to know, did visiting home feel the same for you or different? Drop your comment. Thank you very much for watching this video up to this point. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, share my videos, and look forward to the coming ones. See you in my next. Bye.